Hey everyone, I'm Monique from Parrish, Florida, and I am going to make for you today a upside down cherry cheesecake. So get ready. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do today is we want to make the crust. So for the crust, I use a half a cup of graham cracker crumbs, and I like to use a half a cup of vanilla wafer crumbs also, just to kind of mix it up a little, and a tablespoon of sugar, and of course our butter. Okay, so I've already mixed the crumbs and the sugar, so now I am going to stir in the butter, and I absolutely love butter. It's not good for you all the time, but it's good. Okay, now that we got all that yummy goodness in there, now we squish it down to the bottom of the pan. Don't be afraid to get dirty with it. Okay, now that we've smashed it down, we stick it in the oven on 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. I usually put it in there for about 12 minutes, just until it's golden brown. Okay, so now our timer just went off for our crust, so let's get it out and take a look. It smells amazing. Okay, now we're ready for my favorite part, the cheesecake filling. Okay, so for the cheesecake filling, we first use 16 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. I love cream cheese. Whenever I think of cream cheese, I think of cheesecake, so. Okay, so we now have our 16 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, and it's softened, and we are going to beat it until it's smooth. So, we'll do that. Now we will add in our sugar, gradually, of course. Just thinking about how amazing this is going to be afterwards. That's done. Now we add in a cup of sour cream, which is delicious also. All of these ingredients are awesome too. Now that we have our sour cream mixed in, we are going to add in 5 eggs, one at a time, all room temperature. So let's do that. Mixing quite a bit in between them, of course, so that we can get them all mixed in. Alright, now that they're all mixed in and awesome, we are done with this. And now we stir in a tablespoon of vanilla and a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. I almost forgot what it was there. And we just pretty much fold those in. Okay, now we're going to put it all together. We are bringing back our yummy crust. And you can use any fruit, but for this one I'm going to use a cherry pie filling. And what I did with this is I took out about 1/4 cup of the sauce or whatever, and 3 of the cherries for kind of for a decorative purpose for the top. You don't have to, but I did. And now for what makes cheesecake all possible. The filling. We pour that on top of the cherries. Amazing. And I scrape as much as possible out of there because I love it and I want everything. So we already have our temperature set at 325, and now we put it in there. And I have a shallow pan filled halfway with water so that the cheesecake won't crack during baking. And now we set it for 45 minutes, or however long it takes for it to get, the edges to get brown, but the inside just to stay a little bit jiggly. Now it's time for my favorite part, my real favorite part, and that is eating it. So we take our trusty knife, and we are going to cut a nice chunk. And my lovely assistant, my cameraman, Danny, is going to taste it because I could lie to you, you never know. And now we are going to taste it. Okay, so now we are going to taste this on our fancy dinnerware. And here we go, moment of truth. It's good. Because it is delicious and you will love it, and I promise you, you will not regret eating it. Well, maybe a couple weeks afterwards, but
This is delicious.
thank you.
Thank you.